I'm Robert Estrin, and you're watching livingpianos.com. This is a Sohmer, beautiful art case piano made in New York. Sohmer and Steinway were the premier piano companies in New York. Of course, Steinway lives on to this day, but this 1970 5'7" art case Sohmer is an absolute pleasure to play, and it has a provenance I'm going to tell you about in a minute. I'm going to start right off with some music for you and tell you about this glorious instrument. Wait till you hear the sound. I'm going to start with a gorgeous little Scarlatti sonata. Unlike later sonatas, which are multi-movement, Scarlatti wrote over 1,000 sonatas, and they're all just in two-part forms. This is one in D minor, a gorgeous little piece. Hope you enjoy it. We just put new front rail and key bushings on the piano. It has been restrung in the past, largely original, and here's the provenance of this piano. It was owned by Metropolitan opera singer Robert Nagy. And this is kind of a perfect situation because sometimes you think, wouldn't it be great to have a piano owned by a concert pianist? Well, yes and no. The problem is it could be so worn out from the intense practicing. Whereas this is kind of an ideal situation, an absolutely world-class musician, but not a concert pianist, a singer. So the piano obviously had to be a beautiful instrument, and yet it didn't get beaten to death. And the piano really plays beautifully. And what a beautiful case with the hand carvings that are just so rare today. Only a handful of companies in Germany and the United States make pianos anything like this today. I'm going to move on now and play some Mozart for you. The C minor K457 is a glorious work, one of his later sonatas that kind of heralds a little bit of Beethoven in it. So listen to the first one. I'll play the whole first movement for you. The action is so fluid. We spend hours and hours, many days refining the performance, because when you have a great piano, they don't come even out of the factory anywhere close to their potential. It's the work you do refining every note to play similar to the notes surrounding it in all registers, both in touch and in sound. And this piano really is dialed in. By the way, that C minor sonata, Mozart, later on, Beethoven wrote a C minor sonata, and listen to how similar the aesthetic of these two works are. This is Beethoven. I'm going to play a little bit, just the beginning of his C minor Opus 10, number 1 sonata. So you can hear the aesthetic of Mozart and Beethoven, so similar when Beethoven and Mozart in the minor key is evocative of that fire and passion of Beethoven, isn't it? I'm going to close now just with a little excerpt, a beautiful poetic section of Chopin's Third Ballade in A flat. A pure pleasure to play, and a gorgeous piece of furniture to grace your home. Again, I'm Robert Estrin. This is livingpianos.com, your online piano resource. Thanks so much for joining me.